What's up, y'all? Today I'm going to be trying to start something new where I play Pokemon Showdown random battles. Why is this bugging my screen out? OBS is bugging my screen out. Okay, there we go. So essentially, random battles, you start with... Oh, this thing's already a threat. Body press is an issue. Stealth Rock's an issue. Paralysis is an issue. Play Rough does actually a lot. I think I just go Bastiodon. I go Ludicolo. Now this is threatening Hydro Pump. So anyways, Pokemon Showdown random battles are essentially... You get 6 random Pokemon, and they're balanced by their levels to make them more fair. Ooh, I'm huge power, so I don't have Sap Sipper. What's my answer to Hydro Pump, Specs, or Life Orb Ludicolo? I feel like he water moves here, so I go Love Disc. He Giga Drains on a read. Okay, so he one-shots me. And he is Specs. So he is locked into Giga Drain. So I can come in and Calm Mind. So yeah, you get 6 random Pokemon, and they get 6 random Pokemon. This is looking like Night Slash Veluza, which is gonna crack my... Just my one-shot my. Especially if it's banded or scarfed. Ooh. And if they fillet away on... Yeah, so I think this is just bad in every way. Actually. They flip turn, okay. So they are choiced. I should have stayed in. But I didn't know if they were choiced or not. They bring back the Ludicolo. Do I bet it all? Ooh, actually, I can go Comfey. They miss Hydro. We Calm Mind. Duraludon's an answer here. Did they go Duraludon? If they go Duraludon on the Comfey setup, do I hard read it with Bastiodon? Yes. Maybe they just Hydro Pump here? No, they go Arcanine, which I am beating. We Iron Defense. They bring out Ludicolo. Body Press doesn't do enough. Oh, this Ludicolo is an issue. Giga Drain doesn't... Do we read a Giga Drain and press again? Or defense again? I just feel like I have to make a read because I'm on the back foot here. Like, I feel like I need to make a call out, but I guess I can just go Comfey again. They miss the Hydro Pump again, I feel bad. So if they go Arcanine, we Terra Blast, Terra Ground on them. So they actually stay in and they Hydro again. We take 50%. I like Calm Minding again. They come into Veluza. Okay. Draining Kiss does not do what I want it to do. It's not very much damage. They are choiced. They can flip turn and do a lot. I think I'll Draining Kiss. They switch into Duraludon. This is best case scenario. So worst case scenario here, they Thunder Wave. We'll see if they have Thunder Wave. If they have Thunder Wave, it is what it is. They have Flash Cannon, so they're not touching me. So we go to +6. They go Arcanine. We Terra Blast and nuke them. They're not scarfed, hopefully. Okay. So now we have +4 Comfey with priority Draining Kiss. Terra Ground, Terra Blast destroys. Okay, so Veluza wants to use Water Move here. Veluza wants to use Aqua Cutter. And for some reason this thing is bulky. Why is this thing bulky? Why is this thing living a +4? So if they're going to use Water Move, I think I want to keep Comfey around. But now Comfey's weak to Ludicolo. So maybe I didn't think this through. So are they flip turning is the question. And I think they're banned. Do we take damage on Veluza, or do we keep Comfey around to set up on Duraludon? I think we keep Comfey around. So they do go for the Aqua Cutter. Play Rough looks really strong here. Choice Band, huge power. So whatever comes in is getting schmacked. Veluza can't switch off of Aqua Cutter there, so this should be big damage. Okay, so they want a Giga Drain here. Giga Drain is not good into my Iron Crown, so let's go Iron Crown. Alrighty, cool, we're making progress. So Veluza comes out here. I think we just want to... Do we hard read the Veluza? The Veluza has to come out here, right? They're switching. They're switching to Veluza. Yes, okay. Alright. Now, they can Banded Psycho Cut me and do a lot, but I want damage. And it crits. Okay, great. So they're critting me now. They're locked into Psycho Cut. If I go U, Ludicolo farms. So I think we have to go Crown, which resists the Psycho Cut, set up a Calm Mind. They go Duraludon. Focus Blast kills every day of the week. Does Tachyon Cutter, does that show... Does this show the 1-hit damage or the 2-hit damage? It says it hits twice. I feel like I have to go for the Focus Blast miss. Okay. Okay, we land the Focus Blast. We're not out of it yet, right? They go Veluza here, they Night Slash. Or they flip turn on a read. They guaranteed have Night Slash. But if they flip turn on a read... Does Beartick do anything? Choice Band and it's slow, right? If they flip turn, they go Ludicolo. They flip turn, of course. I could have just hard read their soul and Calm Minded. I really could have. I'm going to do that next time. If I'm +1 and they're in with Night Slash Veluza, I'm just going to Calm Mind again, and if they switch again. So they come Ludicolo. We click Icicle Crash, we take out the Ludicolo. Bang! Okay, that opens up Bastiodon, hopefully. Because even though Veluza is water onto my rock type, I have Iron Defense and my defense is cracked. Eskew, and you just win the game, don't you? No. Iron Crown's an answer. Yeah, Iron Crown cooks you, buddy. Unless you Terra. Oh, you don't Terra. Bang. I think that was a roll to kill. Now he brings out Veluza again. Yep. Now this time, we give up Beartick. He locks into Night Slash. So if he's knocking into Night Slash, we bring in Bastiodon, we Iron Defense. What's your Bastiodon answer in the back, buddy? He brings out Immense. And Immense is always physical. But it can have Earthquake. I think we have to Iron Defense again. Okay, this is beautiful. So our defense is just astronomically high. Yeah. So I think we just win. No crit, we win. And he crits. Okay, great. So he's locked into Aqua Cutter. Can't go Comfey, obviously, because I get nuked. Aqua Cutter does crit again, and you outspeed me? So you're Scarf the whole time? You're just critting me, dude. Alright, buddy. Alright, buddy. Whatever, dude. Whatever. Next game. So we're at 1634. That's kind of our elo right now. So we'll get a couple more games in. Would have liked my first game to be a win, but that's kind of how it goes. So bad lead matchup. They have Sticky Web and Lightning Move. They very likely Volt Switch. We don't have a ground type. We have Assault Vest, Hatterene. Bug still hits Psychic type heavily. We don't want to get... do we have... Oh, Magic Bounce on... Oh my gosh, Magic Bounce onto Sticky Web. Please. I know you want to click Sticky Web. You want to click Sticky Web. No, feels bad. Okay, so I want to nuzzle on a switch is what I want to do. Is what I really want to do. They bug buzz. Well, we'll just psychic. If we can either kill the Galvantula before they kill me, or they can sticky web. Like, if they switch here, we keep Hatterene alive for the purpose of, like, Hatterene's mad slow, right? But we can keep Hatterene alive to magic bounce back the sticky web if they had it. Okay, so they bring out Staraptor. This wants the Brave Bird. Corviknight's honestly a big answer. So unless, yeah, Corviknight's an answer. They U-turn, that's fine. We keep a switch in for the future if we need to sack it. What's your Corviknight answer, buddy? You gave away Galvantula. They have Eternatus with Flamethrower, or Fire Blast, rather. You are much faster than me. Do you have any setup moves? You do not. So say Fire Blast is coming in. Who wants to take a Fire Blast? Hatterene wants to take a Fire Blast. Then you don't want to take a Sludge Bomb after. You don't want to take a Fire Blast. You don't want to take a Dynamax Cannon. This is tough. This is tough. Corviknight does not want to eat a Fire Blast. But if I go Terra Dragon, this is an issue for my team. I think we have to give up Hatterene. Because even though Infernape eats, it doesn't answer back. So we have Flamethrower. Okay, so you're a Flamethrower. And Flamethrower only did 15%. Does Hatterene live? Does Hatterene live the attack and nuke it with Psychic? It only has a Dragon move, and Dragon moves cannot touch Hatterene. Actually, here's the thing. If they switch, I like a Paralysis more. So they do Flamethrower, we live. And we got burned. But now this thing is crippled. And it only has Dynamax Cannon, Flamethrower, Toxic, and T-Spikes. And Recover. So we just come in with Coolfish, and we just spike up. We just get our hazards up. Is all we do. They Dynamax Cannon. We spike again. They're paralyzed. We spike again. They Dynamax Cannon. And then do we just go for the Salamence sweep, honestly? Do we go for the Terra Ground Salamence sweep? They're going to have Toxic, though. That is the thing. We could pivot and keep Coolfish alive for the Intimidate. So if they're going to Dynamax Cannon, we pivot to you. Then they Flamethrower, then we go Mabostiff, and we throw out a Choice Band Crunch. They read me, they Flamethrower. Flamethrower doesn't do much. I think we just Roost Up. They Flamethrower again, we Roost Up. We're going for a full Paralysis here. They burn me, that's bad. Full Paralysis, please. We get the full para. Okay. So we have hazards. They want to Flamethrower me again. Infernape doesn't do anything. Mabostiff. He doesn't know I have Ments, and I don't want him to know I have Ments. We're going to go Mabostiff. Psychic Fangs does crazy damage. Crunch, I think, is better, though, because Crunch is a 2-hit KO. So they do poison me, but that's fine. So Stakeout, if they switch, I do 1.5 times damage, and I'm Stab Choice Band. So nothing wants to eat a Choice Banded Stakeout Crunch. So they should give up Eternatus here. And what I've gained from this, while losing most of my Coolfish and most of my Mabostiff, and my burn here, so lots of ground, I gained 3 Spike Stacks, and I'm setting up for Salamence to sweep in the end. So this is choice always. It doesn't do squat to Corviknight. So we always go Corviknight here. It U-turns. This wants to U-turn because Bug Move does lots to Mabostiff. So they want to U-turn here. No, they CC. That doesn't do squat to me, buddy. We roost up. They're locked into CC. Actually, so this is kind of interesting. They CC again. Oh, they crit me. We'll roost one more time. Okay, now we want... I can't tell if this is scarfed or... Okay, here we win the game. Ment. Intimidate. So they're -1 locked into a fighting move. We D-dance. Now we have 3 spikes of hazards on the ground, and they have Delibird. Great. Great! They have Delibird. Do they Ice Shard here? Outrage 1 hits. Does Ice Shard 1 hit KO me? I don't even know. Does Ice Shard 1 hit KO me? Oh my gosh, this is the game. Does Ice Shard 1 hit KO me? Do we even gamble it? Who else am I going to Terra? Nobody, right? They didn't even Ice Shard. Okay. Well, we're locked into Outrage. If they have a Fairy type, then GG's. But whole point here with getting 3 spikes up is every time they switch in, they take 24% damage. Now I have +1 Ments, and this can KO. But they go Terra Steel. And Superpower. And I'm locked in. Now they're +1. Ooh, Superpower at +1 KOs now. I was going to say if I only had 2 rounds of Outrage, I could switch out. Or I could just Earthquake with Terra Ground Earthquake. But they should KO me here. Probably. They rest. They rest. So, do we go for Terra Ground Earthquake here? They just rested. They have Sleep Talk? Is Sleep Talk scary to me? What's my Malamar answer? Infernape has banded close combat. So do we want to come back later with Salamence, or do we just rip the Earthquake? Something's telling me I just ripped the Earthquake. Yeah, that felt like the right move. Sleep Talk knockoff almost KOs. Do we break through Confusion again? If not, say we don't, they Sleep Talk. They have 50% chance to get an attacking move and KO. Oh, does my Confusion kill me though? I bet my Confusion... Oh, it ends. Beautiful. Okay. So they are saying they're Scarfed Staraptor here, is what they're telling me. So... do we have any reason to keep around Ments? Yeah, I like the Intimidate. They Brave Bird, we roost every time. And they're just killing themselves with Recoil. They have Garchomp, takes 25% upon entering. Loaded dice, maybe. So what does Garchomp want to do to Corviknight? Not much, right? They want to set up a Swords Dance? Probably. But I have Intimidates options. We U-turn on Swords Dance? Okay. So we'll give up Ments here. We force him to... Oh, does he Scale Shot here? He might Scale Shot here. Scale Shot's actually bad for me. Oh, we outspeed. We outspeed anyways. I didn't even look. And then he goes... Staraptor. Staraptor obviously walled by Corviknight, so... Alright, well if he just wants to DC and not play the game, then I will cut this out and we will be back in a moment. Alright, Swanna into Amoonguss. Brave Bird does heavy damage. How's my team? It's okay. Skunk Tank is kind of... Well, so the issue is Amoonguss has Spore, right? I think I just Brave Bird, right? Because if they Spore me, I can low-key just switch into Calyrex and then try and get a Grim Neigh boost off a KO, maybe? They switch into Pillow Swine. You're not an answer to me. I just Hydro Pump. Assuming Hydro Pump lands, right? Hydro Pump lands, we get the kill. We're in a really advantageous position. Off the rip. I don't know why, unless they were reading me to switch on Amoonguss. Latias. This has Calm Mind, Draco Meteor, Psyshock, Recover. What's my Latias answer? Does Mischievous win? No, because Psyshock becomes physical. And they boost on the special side. So Skunk Tank really eats this up with Sucker Punch. Who wants to eat the Draco Meteor though? I guess it's you, Skunk Tank. They're gonna set up first, okay? Does +1 Draco KO Skunk Tank? They are 219 speed stat. So say I Sucker Punch. Do they have leftovers? They have Soul Do. Okay. Okay, so here's the thought, right? If they Calm Mind to Oblivion, reading my Sucker Punch, then... Because I don't... Does Skunk Tank live a Draco? I'm going to say it does. Skunk Tank's spelled different. Oh, you missed the Draco. Let's go, baby. So I have a good Swanna matchup into Amoonguss and Piloswine. I have fast Skunk Tank, faster than both of these, so they need to bring out something different. Because Life Orb Skunk Tank throwing off knockoffs is just ripping both of these Pokemon. Of course, Piloswine has Earthquake, so if they go Piloswine, I will switch to Swanna. If they go Amoonguss, I will absolutely taunt you. You have a ground move, actually, potentially. But I will taunt you. So no Spore. No Spore. Okay, beautiful. So, can be Rocky Helmet. So they have Grass, Poison, or Ground move. And here's my thought, right? They're not going to Grass or Poison move into Skunk Tank. They would Ground move. So we can go Swanna every single time. So they do Ground move. Beautiful. Now we can Brave Bird. They bring out Piloswine again. We can just Hydro. So once again, they can only do that one more time if they switch Piloswine out. Oh, we missed the Hydro. It's only fair, right? They missed their Draco. Do we defog though? Because I don't want rocks up on against my team. So we will defog. Amoonguss comes back out. I'll absolutely Brave Bird you. I don't see why not, right? He Terra Waters. Gives up the Terra on the Amoonguss. Rocky Helmet and Recoil. Does he KO me? He Spores me. Interesting. So what does this Amoonguss want to do to me now? I think I just want to give up. Right? Because what is Amoonguss doing? Sludge bombing, potentially poisoning, lots of things. You go Piloswine. Do I have any reason to keep Swanna around? Say you Stealth Rock here, right? We maybe wake up and defog? You don't Earthquake. You never Earthquake. You Icicle Crash. And I forgot that this is part ground. So that rips lots into Dugtrio. Dugtrio, I mean. Okay, so here's the thought here. We will Iron Head. That Rocky Helmet does big damage. Earthquake is not KOing. They're going to Giga Drain here. Do I prioritize? No, because Life Orb will kill me. So I'll get Stealth Rock up. Right? We get Stealth Rock up. And then we come in and drop a Volt Switch for the KO. Yep. Doesn't KO. Guess we go Swanna. Giga Drain, fine. Stays asleep, fine. Now here's the thing. They're probably going Piloswine. Yep. What we think. That's why we go Earth Power there. Because it would have KO'd Amoonguss anyways. So they have used their Terra. They're 20%. Well, they'll be at like 50% because of Regenerator. They bring in Backs. Heavy Duty Boots is the item. I think we Thunder Wave every day, right? They have an Ice move. Ooh, so this is tough. They're Heavy Duty Boots. So they're Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Glaive Rush, Icicle Crash. Does he Dragon Dance? If he Dragon Dances, that's a massive threat for my whole team. Because it's immune to Will-O-Wisp. I think I have to Thunder Wave and hope he doesn't Icicle Crash. He Dragon Dances. Beautiful. So now he wants to throw out an Icicle Crash. I like Sandy Shocks as a pivot Pokemon. We will Volt Switch. Who do we give up here to this Icicle Crash? Honestly, I like Draining Kiss. Mischievous. He Dragon Dances again. Greedy. Greedy, brother. Greedy. Does he do it a third time? I don't think he does. I think he attacks here. He glaive rushes. He doesn't have Ice Shard. I think we Draining Kiss every time here. He Earthquakes. I'm Levitate, buddy. I'm Levitate, buddy. I could be greedy and Calm Mind, but we'll just Draining Kiss. Looking very advantageous here. +1 Mischievous with the Evilite and Terra still available. They go Amoonguss. I'm totally cool with it. Staraptor. It's choiced. Ooh. I think we just have to take the hit and Will-O-Wisp. It has to be Brave Bird here. It has to be Brave Bird because I'm immune to Quick Attack and Close Combat and Double Edge. So they Brave Bird, I Will-O-Wisp. Burn it. It is... That looks like banded damage to me. So it's a speed tie. So maybe I win the speed tie and we trade here. Because I don't think Misdreavus is necessary for Terra Water Amoonguss because I have Electric Volt Switch. And a Misdreavus is not necessarily breaking through whatever's in the back. So I'd rather get Staraptor off the board, guaranteed. How fast is Sandy Shocks? 208, 204. So Sandy Shocks outspeeds. Unless they are Scarfed. But this looks like banded damage to me. So we just go Sandy Shocks and throw off Thunderbolt. Pretty free. They can't bring out Amoonguss. Gets Thunderbolt KO'd, so they have to bring this out. It is a Flutter Mane. Can be Life Orb or Specs. We do not outspeed, but Skunk Tank slow, so they don't one-hit KO me here. So I think we Thunder Wave every time. Yes. Now, I think Skunk Tank is always my answer. Do they one-shot me? No, actually, I think we want to... Okay, so here's the thought. If I'm gonna Volt, right? If they one-shot my Skunk Tank, Spectre comes in and KOs. They don't one-shot. I am Life Orb, so I'm going to die. They're gonna switch to Amoonguss. They switch to Amoonguss, I knock off one-hit KO, then come in Spectre. Even if I don't KO with Skunk Tank, Shadow Ball, then Grimnay boost, then Shadow Ball one-shot because they're slower. Yep. Yep. Switch in, buddy. 58% plus Stealth Rocks plus Shadow Ball. GG's. GG's. 1671. Okay, let's get one more game. So we're 2-1 so far. Wheezing Galar. Terrible matchup. Literally can't touch this thing. Flash Cannon's rough. Do they have any physical moves? No. I think this thing is a monster against my team. I think I have to go Lantern. They Volt Switch, they can't. So here's the thing, right? They have Volt Switch. So they're either choiced or they want to switch. I think they want to switch. I'm going to paralyze what comes in. Beautiful. Beautiful. This is a big paralysis to get on the board. Do we have a Dark type? We do. You have Expanding Force. You're mostly choiced and maybe Life Orb. Banded. I'm reading a Psychic move here. I think you're going to click a Psychic move. You're paralyzed, doesn't matter. Knockoff does 1,000,000 to you, and U-turn 1-hit KOs. I want to throw off a Banded Knockoff into whatever wants it. Yeah. Even with Intimidate and Resistance and High Defense stat. I could have U-turned for Momentum there. I think Wheezing is pretty free here. Intimidate into Toxic Spikes also looks really good. They do have potential to bulk up. Will-O-Wisp, I think Wheezing's better. And it doesn't reveal my team. They switch to Magnezone. So they think I'm going to switch to Lantern here. So do they read me and switch to something else? I think I go Lantern regardless. They Flash Cannon. Yeah, just does no damage. So say they switch here, I think we'll just take a Scald onto whatever wants to come in. So we'll get Scald damage. They're going to read Meowscarada, so we're going to go... Ooh, so they want to go Fairy move here, right? We'll go Wheezing. They're going to go Fairy move. Doesn't matter. 67 high likelihood to KO. Let's just gunk. And we miss. And we lose our Pokemon. Great. We'll pivot. I liked Wheezing. Oh, man. Okay. Quillfish get the -1 Intimidate. They had Choice Band, so we knocked that off. So if they were banded, they had Close Combat, Sucker Punch. I think I want a T-Spike to poison their team. If they have Earthquake and they hit me with a -1 Earthquake, I don't think it's the end of the world. So I'm feeling like what I have to do is get a Toxic Spike up and then just spam pivot with Meowscarada. Excuse me. And maybe even get Sticky Web and Stealth Rock up. Do I just gunk here? Waterfall maybe? Waterfall has flinch chances. We can do Waterfall then gunk. Waterfall for flinch. Give me a flinch. No. Gunk. Does he Mach Punch here? I kind of want to keep my Quillfish alive. I hope the gunk hits. Okay. My gunk should have hit here and KO'd. That's what should have happened, but... Sandslash comes out, slower than me, Waterfall does damage. Do I have a Sandslash answer? Yes. What do you want to do? You want to Rapid Spin? That's what you want to do. I don't have a Ghost type. If you Rapid Spin, you don't KO me and I get big Waterfall damage. Give me a flinch. No flinch. So they Rapid Spin, they get rid of my T-Spike. Now they want to throw off an Earthquake. Are they leftovers? Yes, they're leftovers. Who wants the Earthquake? Nobody, really. Meowscarada maybe, but then you can Stone Edge me or knock off me. Not fun, not fun. I want to keep Quillfish around because I can set up a T-Spike, so we'll go Meowscarada on the Earthquake. Knock off KOs. Nothing wants to knock off. So if he does this kill me with Stone Edge? No way, right? Not stab. Unless you crit me. No, Magnezone gets ripped by a knockoff. 46 takes off the Scarf, so we know it's Scarfed, which means it's Body Press, Flash Cannon, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt. So we always go Lantern on the Body Press. They literally can't touch me. So I think we always Scald into Indeedee. Lumineon. Oh wow, they have Storm Drain. Great. What do you hit me with? Encore? You're gonna Encore me into Scald, aren't you? Yeah. Now you're +2. I should have read that, dude. But I think Meowscarada is always an answer. This is tough actually. I think we have to give up Quillfish. Because the T-Spike, yeah, we have to give up Quillfish. So Flower Trick always KOs, right? But they want a Terra here, for sure. Yep, there's the read. So we will come in with Lantern. And I get Frozen. Love it. Love it. Let's unfreeze Lantern. Let's unfreeze Lantern. I want to keep Lantern for Magnezone, but I just can't. Lantern! Kill me. Now I triple Axle KO here. They bring in Magnezone. Ugh. Then I bring in Conk. Oh, my Flame Orb, yeah. So they used Flash Cannon, and that did a ton of damage to me. But I will... This is actually tough because they Scarf Volt Switch. But nothing on his team wants to take a Flame Orb Guts boost at close combat. So we'll close combat and rip whatever comes in. If he has a Ghost type in the back, Sand Slash goes down. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Magazine comes out. We will Mach Punch you. And then we will... Okay, so this is interesting. We can U-turn into Smeargle. We can Ceaseless Edge with Smeargle to set up hazards. I actually kind of like that. Is that stupid? This might be dumb. They bring in Indeedee. Oh, that's such a throw on their part. Methinks. They're letting me get hazards up. Floatzel comes out. We Spore you. You Ice Spinner. He doesn't have Terra. And we win. Let's go, baby. He already used his Terra on Lumineon. Yep. GG's. GG's. Let's go, baby. You threw. You sold, buddy. Give it up. You realize you can't win. Unless he's banded like Aqua Jet. Wait, he's Scarfed! No! Wait. He's just faster. Why didn't I Sticky Web, bro? Floatzel is faster than Meowscarada, bro. Nah, dog. Alright, buddy. Alright, well, we end the day at 16:52. And that's GG's. So